Oh man, what can I say? And I don't know, you're gonna call it shy or whatever it is, but I gotta do a backstory. So we are here today with.
Kedrick Foster.
All right, man, you gotta tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
All right, so my name is Kedrick Foster. I run a tech YouTube channel.
Right.
We had about 22,000 subscribers and growing. So if y'all into tech, home theater, man cave stuff, and podcast setups, like we're going to talk about today, go ahead and check out my channel, YouTube/Kedrick Foster.
Man, let me take this back, man. So I'll tell you how we met Kedrick, Mr. Foster. I wanted to fix some studio. I mean, if you can see all the setup here in this studio was done all by him, his guidance. So I want to take that time to just thank you, man. Like none of this would be possible. And for owners out there that are busy but have created a space within where they stay to do something like this for educational purposes, of course, you have to reach out to people like him that will kind of guide you. That's what it did for me to get to this point right now. So, of course, my name is Ike Obiora, CEO of NPOC Wellness and Hydration with my wife, Calvina Kamara. So today we are just going to be talking about asking Mr. Kedrick Foster a couple of things. So, we're going to just dive right in. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go Ravens, by the way.
Let's go.
Shout out to the Ravens. Okay. Kendrick, for people who only know you from YouTube, give us a 60-second version of who you are and what your channel is all about.
So, first and foremost, I'm a tech enthusiast.
Yeah.
I was one of those kids when I was younger. If I got anything tech, I'm taking it apart. I want to see what it looked like on the inside. Like, I want to see how this works. So, starting from then, and then also watching my father, who is not a tech person, but he is a very hands-on person and doing a lot of DIY projects around the house. I kind of, picked up those skills from him. Is being able to, and that's how on my channel you see I do a lot of DIY projects, building things and then incorporating tech into that. So, like a lot of my channel is new tech product reviews, but then I also have some DIY projects that I'm doing around the house. Just simple stuff that people can do to, upgrade their house. Because I feel like you pay all this money for these houses, wherever you live at, you gotta make it, as comfortable as possible and make it as functional as possible. So that's a lot of what my channel is about.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. So I got another one for you when it comes to just getting started. How you helped me throughout the whole process. So again, I'm gonna give it a shout out because it's him. Don't come to me. Come to my guy right here. But just getting started. So if someone came to you tomorrow and said, I want to launch a podcast this month, what is the very first decision they need to make before they buy any equipment?
So before you buy any equipment, you have to find out who your audience is, who you're trying to talk to.
Right.
Because if you don't know that, you don't know anything. So
True.
Find out who your audience is, who you're trying to reach out to, what they like. I would do a lot of research on who's already in that space and what are they doing, what's working for them. I know a lot of people don't want to do that because they feel like they're copying off of people or they're not being original. But it's not that. It's just doing your research and seeing what's working for other people, what's not working for people. That way you can skip those errors and you can hone in on what is working and then do your version of it. And, of course, every person has a different personality. Everybody has different experiences. So you might say the exact same thing as somebody else, but somebody will receive it differently just because it's coming from you. So
Gotcha. Oh, good insight right there. Good insight. Okay. All right. Let's talk gear. What is your recommendation or your recommended starter setup for somebody who wants a sound professional without spending $2,000 out of the gate? Like, mic interface or yeah.
So this is the thing. Your setup right here, everybody don't need all of this. When you first start off, honestly, the first thing, especially when you're talking podcasts, is the mic. If you don't sound good, I don't care if you have 8K cameras. people are not going to watch your content because it needs to sound good. It's a podcast.
Right.
So I will start looking at mics, and you really don't have to spend more than $50 on a good mic. Right. Now, when you first starting off, like you literally can start off for $500, and most of that will be your computer.
Yeah. Good.
So, and even if you don't want to use a computer, you can use your phone. You can use a phone, and they have mics that can plug right into your phone.
That's true.
So it's very inexpensive. Most people already have everything they need to start a podcast, honestly. So I would recommend, whatever your budget is, use the majority on a good mic. Most important. Again, camera. Now, like I said, a lot of cameras on people's phones are the equivalent of about a $500 mirrorless camera. So
that's good.
If your budget for your camera is not over $500, don't even bother buying a camera. Use your cell phone.
Again, thank you for putting that plug. Like, you don't have to get a lot of things. You can start with something little, because I already bought all these things before I met Kedrick, okay? Just to make sure you know that. I did not know I didn't have to buy all this stuff, but I just want to say something, man. I bought all this stuff before I met him. So by that time, it's like, oh, well, too late.
Yeah, I walked down here. I said, hey, you got everything.
Literally, he would tell you. He's like, what? You got all this stuff? But I mean, he has helped me like cut down on most of this stuff going forward. So I really appreciate that. But this is for you guys, for anybody, for any entrepreneur, owner. Doesn't matter where you are. Someone like Kedrick comes into your life, is willing to help you. And like I always tell people, the most expensive thing is taxes and information that you don't know. Mm-hmm. And then having somebody like him, man, the best thing ever. So you can start with whatever it is. And we got to contact him, NPOC Wellness and Hydration. Oh, we make sure we not, talk to him and make sure we're going the right direction. All right, let's get back to it. Technicals. Mm-hmm. Recording software can be overwhelming. Mm-hmm. Riverside, Zencaster, GarageBand, Quadcast. What do you actually recommend for beginners, and why?
So it depends. So I've used several of those softwares, and I think they actually are pretty simple. They have them set up the way they have them set up right now. Mm-hmm. My two recommendations would be Riverside or a program called EVMux.
EVMux, okay.
So basically what those softwares do, and this is basically if you're trying to do online interviews.
Right.
So if you're trying to interview somebody that's not with you physically, a lot of the software is built in. It can stream directly to whatever platforms you have. So if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, you're on Twitch, or whatever you want to stream to, it can stream to multiple platforms simultaneously. So it's really simple. You can easily invite guests.
Right.
So everything is pretty simply laid out. So if I had to pick two, it would be either EVMux or Riverside. Now they have, of course, free tiers.
Right.
And of course, they have paid tiers.
Oh yeah,
And they restrict features based on which one. So you had to do your research on like what particular features are important to you, especially if you want to start off for free. I always recommend starting off for free, just to learn the software and how to use it. And then you'll see, oh, I know how to use this. I need this other feature, but this feature is paid. Then you go to the paid version, but always start off on the free tier.
Thank you. Yeah, again, as you can see, it's affordable. You don't have to do and make the same mistake. I mean, it's not a mistake, but I made an expensive purchase that I shouldn't have started with, right? Mm-hmm. And this is why he's here telling us.
Let me push back on that a little bit.
Okay.
Because if you have the budget to do it, it's always best to buy the nice stuff first instead of buying the cheap stuff, then buying the middle stuff, and then buying the expensive stuff later. If you have it in your budget and you're going to stick with it, that's the main thing.
True.
You're going to stick with it. Mm-hmm. It's always good to invest in some good equipment if you can.
So what he's trying to say, if you want to spend the big bucks, he can guide you. If you got $50 to $500, he can guide you. He's your man. So just so you know that. So owners, 7 figures, 8 figures, he can do it too. Mm-hmm. If you got 6 figures, he can do it too. So just want to make sure we know that. So again, Kedrick Foster. All right. Let's jump into another question. A lot of new podcasters record in their home office or spare room. What are 2 or 3 quick, low-cost things someone can do right now to make their audio sound drastically better?
All right, so a couple things that we already have in this space right here.
Yeah.
Carpet. Carpet. So if you're in a space that has flat walls, hardwood floors, the sound is going to bounce off of walls and you're going to get that echo sound.
Right.
So really you want to focus on is carpet, sound panels. They have the cheap 1x1 foam panels you can get on Amazon. They're a couple bucks. Right. So anything to absorb sound. Of course, a good mic will cover up a lot. So these mics right here we're talking on are dynamic mics where they pick up voice, but they don't pick up the surrounding. So again, spending a little bit money on the mic will cover up for if your room is not properly treated. But again, as far as like low cost things, carpet and some cheap sound panels always do the trick.
See? The man got, and I tell you, the man got the sauce. He has the sauce. That is why my first podcast here is with him, just for you to know, like, it takes a while, but you need somebody like him to actually guide you. So thank you for really breaking it down on different ways and what are the important things. So that's good. That's good. All right. Video podcasting is blowing up right now, right?
Yep.
Does a new podcaster need to launch with video from day one, or is audio only still a smart starting point?
I think starting in general was a good starting point because a lot of people might say, all right, he just said video is the best way to start, but I don't have a camera yet. So let me wait 3 weeks or 4 weeks to turn to 10 weeks to turn to 20 weeks.
Like me?
Yeah, just start. Just start. Like I even go back to the example of me starting my YouTube channel and I said, all right, I'm gonna start, but I'm gonna wait till I save up money to get this camera. All right, then I got the camera, I'm gonna wait and save up. And then 3 years went past and I could have been started 3 years ago.
Right.
So I would say if you have the ability to start with video from the jump, I would do that. Just because it's more avenues for you to share your content. You can now go to YouTube. You can now cut up clips and put them on Instagram. You can now put your stuff on TikTok. Of course, you only have the podcast platforms if you're doing audio only. So it just gives you more options to share your content. But again, there's nothing wrong with starting with just audio too. If that's all equipment you have, it's still giving you, because you got to think about it too. And I went through this when I started YouTube, is nobody listening or nobody's watching at the beginning anyway. So what you're really doing is you practicing, you getting comfortable using your equipment, you getting comfortable a lot of times talking to yourself, which is it's hard for me. Like I'm standing in front of the camera talking to myself. That's a skill that you got to develop over time. So if you're starting on just audio, it's just you just building up your skills until you get to the point where people are actually listening to you. Because episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, you're talking to yourself. By the time you get to episode 5, you might have a couple listeners coming in, and by that time, hopefully, you'll have a little bit more skills. Because I even do it myself. I'm maybe almost 300 videos in on my YouTube channel, and I'll go back and look and see like, oh, dang, you can see the progression from how you speak to the audio quality to the video quality to my editing quality. All of that stuff will start to improve over time. So I just say, if you can, start with video, but if you can't, start with audio.
Man, I just want to say something, man, for you, Mr. Foster. What he's giving us is gems. People get discouraged. 300 videos. It took a while.
Yeah. So
hang in there. You have a special talent, whatever it is. He kept going. So like he said, the one thing that he said was so powerful. Nobody gonna watch the first couple of videos anyway, right? But he kept on going.
Yep.
And how many thousand followers do you have now?
22,000.
There it is. So it's not how you start. Just keep going. That's the main thing I got from that. So thank you. That is really for everybody, because everybody it feels that. Like, when they say they just want to be discouraged after that, but you kept going, which is good. All right. So my next question, when it comes to distribution and growth, right? Once episodes are recorded and edited, walk us through the publishing side, the hosting platform, getting on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and any mistakes you see people make during that process.
Oh, so the good thing is it's so simple now.
Okay.
It's so simple now. There's several platforms that you can go to. One of them is Buzzsprout, that I can think of off the top of my head. I know there's one called Hostinger. But basically, all you do is upload your episode to this platform, and the actual platform distributed out to Google, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Like, it does all the work for you. Now, of course, that's not free. Of course, that's not free.
Yeah.
But it really does everything for you. So it's a real simple process. You have to do your research because, of course, different platforms have different fees. Different platforms post to different platforms. So one platform might not do Apple Music, it might do Spotify, or one might not do Spotify. So you just have to do your research to ones that's the most important to you. But it's a really simple process. All you doing is taking your finished product and uploading it, and they do the rest of the work for you. So it's pretty easy.
So now, I like that, those platforms. So say for somebody that has a certain amount of money, not that much, what would you recommend for those people that are making good enough money to offer? What do you recommend? And the people that just want the best, just put it. So what are the three things you go for? The low tier, medium tier, and somewhere that just want the best, that wants everything one click away, like me?
Buzzsprout.
Okay.
Buzzsprout. Basically, again, they all do the same thing.
Right.
But the difference is, if you have the more you spend, the more you can post. Basically, they give you a limit on how many minutes you have. Let's say. So I'll give you the example. When I was doing my podcast, it was an hour episode. We would do one a week. So that's 4 hours a month that we need. That's the base plan, basically.
Right.
But if you feel like you're doing a podcast that's 3 hours and you're doing it every day, all right, then you need a different plan. So the plans are basically based on the amount of content that you're uploading. Because you got to think, what you basically paying for is them hosting your content. So the storage that it takes, the space that it takes to hold your content on their servers is what you're paying for. So it's just based on how much you're recording. It's going to be based on which tier you go to. Okay.
That's good. I like that. You are a YouTube creator, so you understand the algorithms, right?
Yeah, as much as possible. Yeah.
Right. What is the best advice for a brand new podcast to actually get discovered in the first 90 days?
So this is interesting, and it's the same for YouTube. Yeah. When you first start on YouTube and when you first start in podcasting, nobody knows who you are. Nobody cares who you are. They don't care. So what you have to do is make content where you're teaching something, giving some type of value. A lot of people make the mistake of just jumping into entertainment and trying to be entertaining. Or I give you the example of people that start vlog channels and they wake up, hey y'all, I'm just waking up, about to go make a cup of coffee, and now I'm going to nobody cares. So, and that's what a lot of people start their YouTube channels off, and wondering why nobody's watching. So at the beginning, I will focus on content that people will search for. So let's say your channel is about dog walking.
Okay.
Right? Your podcast is about dogs. Make a video on or have a podcast on what's the best places to walk your dog in San Francisco. Because you know why? Somebody might type that in the search, and that's how they're going to find you. So at the beginning, you just want to focus on content that people might be searching for, answering questions, teaching something.
Right.
And not so much focusing on trying to be entertaining or just talking about whatever you want to talk about. Do something that's going to help somebody else. And most of the time, people will find you.
You heard it here first, man. This is the first, man. You're interviewing the interviewer, you know? So we're giving you gems out here, you know, real gems, you know, because this is things that are helpful that people don't know about. So I really thank you for sharing that part. All right. Got 2 more questions, of course, because the man is a busy guy. What is the biggest reasons you see new podcasters quit in the first 6 months? And how do you avoid that?
We kind of touched on it earlier that people are not getting viewers at the beginning. And let's be honest with each other. It's a lot of work. So you putting in a lot of work, you taking the time out of your day to set up this equipment, to record, to edit, you post it, and nobody watched it. So, of course, that could be discouraging for a lot of people, especially at the beginning where they thinking they're doing something wrong or people don't like me or whatever the case may be. Where it's just, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep going until, and it's a slow, like you might post 3 videos with literally 0 views unless you like send it to your family members. But literally 0 views. Even your family members don't even watch it.
Right.
So it starts off like that, but then you'll post a video and it'll get 5 views. All right, then the next one you posted, it got 10 views. Next one got 100 views. Oh, the next one got 1,500 views. So it's like once you start getting that momentum, it's a snowball effect. But you just gotta stick it out. And again, just use those first couple videos. Just think of it as you practicing,
right?
Because the one thing that a lot of people are afraid of is looking bad in front of people they don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, just go into it just saying, I'm making this video. I know I'm probably going to mess up. I know probably nobody's going to watch it. Just go into the video just knowing that. And if somebody does watch it, because there is times where you could have a video, this your first video, and it'll blow up. That happens. Right. But have that mindset that you're just practicing, you're building your skills right now.
Good advice, man. Just keep the practicing part, you know, and the time. And I see how people can get discouraged. All right, last question. If you could only give one piece of advice to someone pressing record on their very first episode today, what will it be?
Be yourself. Be yourself. Because that's the beauty of being a content creator, especially now in the world of AI. The actual genuine people that's really showing their real personality and their character are the people that really is going to connect with people, because you're going to see a flood of AI content come into even podcasts.
Right.
There's even I don't know if you saw it. There's a platform where you type in a topic and the AI will actually create a podcast based around that topic with 2 people talking to each other.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a flood of AI in social media, YouTube, already on YouTube, and it's definitely going to be coming to the podcast arena too. So being a real person for one, and being genuine and being yourself, I think it's going to be a good thing for a lot of people to actually explode on YouTube, even more so than it is now.
Okay. Man, let me make sure. All right. Okay. Well, that was our last question, man. So I think today, you know, the person that helped me behind the scenes, this is actually our first podcast. And I think it's a good place to start. Like he said, just talking about the creation, how you get here, how to start. I think a lot of owners don't even understand that they could start. And what you did was touch upon a lot of things. And in NPOC Wellness and Hydration, like we say, we are pouring into people. Yes, IV, therapy, you know, all those things matter. Peptides was what our wellness transformation, right? Yes, there are things that we can use to assist with that. But what he just did was another kind of transformation that we are willing to share with others. And to have somebody that can come on my very first episode, man, to click that button, like he said, you know, I'm happy somebody could guide me. So again, just give them your YouTube, your name, and your number too, in case they want to reach out.
Yep. So you can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/Kedrick Foster. You also can find me on Instagram, Kedrick Foster Tech. And you can email me at kedrickfostertech@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Again, for me, Ike Obiora, co-CEO of NPOC Wellness and Hydration. Of course, website is NPOCwellness.com. When it comes to wellness transformation, corporate wellness, or just your own wellness, wellness transformation is what we do. So again, thank you for watching. You might not watch, like you said, but it's okay. It's our first video.
Somebody gonna be out there watching.
Somebody gonna be out there watching, of course, man. Thank you so much, man. All right, we're done. It's caught.
Cool. All right, so then